Good morning, dear students. Today we will go through the first lecture of chapter 2. Basically, chapter 2 is a very vast chapter. In fact, unit 2 of NCERT is a very vast chapter, and that unit contains consumers' behavior and the theory of demand. It starts rightly from consumers' behavior and ends in the elasticity of demand. In today's we will divide this entire chapter, entire unit 2 of NCERT in smaller parts. Today we will do a small video on the consumer's equilibrium. Now, today it is the first lecture of chapter 2. Now, before going into details, we have to know the thing is, what do we understand by the word consumer's behavior? Students, we all are knowing one fact. From the first chapter, we have learned that the resources that we are having, that is the purchasing power that we are having, that is the income that we are having, is limited. And we are surrounded with n number of needs, n number of wants. Now, the basic question arises how we will allocate our limited income over unlimited needs in order to maximize our satisfaction. The point where a consumer spreads or allocates his limited income over unlimited need and achieves maximum satisfaction, that is known as the consumer's equilibrium, we will come across with all these concepts. So today we are starting our lecture like this. Before going into detail, I would like students to take a screenshot of the writings on the board and just keep it in your, write it down in your fair copy, and it will work as a note for you for future reference before the exam time. Due to the limitedness of this board, which is my resource, I have to write small letters, that means small scripts, so that entire today's lecture can be accommodated in this board. Now, who is a consumer? Very first thing. Students, you must know that there are two words. One is customer and the other one is consumer. Now, who is a customer and who is a consumer? One who purchases the goods and services directly from the market, he is known as the customer. He is paying for it. And who is a consumer? Who ultimately consumes is known as a consumer. So, one who purchases the goods and services from the market by paying, he is known as a customer. And who finally consumes in order to satisfy his needs or wants, he is known as a consumer. We are concerned here with the consumer's equilibrium, consumer's behavior. How a consumer will behave in the market. The consumer is having limited money income to spend, and he is having n number of needs before him. How he will allocate his limited income over unlimited needs so as to attain maximum satisfaction. Suppose we are having 2,000 rupees in our pocket. We will try to distribute this 2,000 rupees over various ones in such a way that it will give us the maximum satisfaction. Okay, we will see later on. Gradually we will come across. The very first thing, consumer, one who consumes goods and services for his or her satisfaction. The person who is consuming that goods and services for his own satisfaction is called a consumer. Why we consume the commodity? Because it satisfies the need. Now, the second thing is utility. What is utility? One satisfying power in a commodity is called utility. You are thirsty. You took a glass of water. You drank it. The moment you drank that glass of water, your thirst is quenched. That means that glass of water has ability to satisfy your need, and hence that power of water is known as utility. One satisfying power of a commodity is called utility. It is a variable concept which can change according to time, person and place. Now, what is the meaning of this? This utility is a variable concept. It changes according to time. Okay. Suppose it is summer season. It is summer season and utility of a sweaters or warm clothes is practically zero. We don't need any warm clothes in these weather. So at this very time, that warm clothes that I am having, it has got no utility. But when the winter season will come, it will gather the utility. So it depends on time. It is a variable concept which can be changed according to time. In summer, it doesn't have any utility, but in winter, it will have some utility. Person. I am a student of science and I am having a book from somewhere or the other. I have got a book of book accounts which is of no use to me. It has got no use to me. But that book is anyhow or the other, it has come to me and I have kept that book with me. That book of commerce has got no utility at all to me. But you are from the stream of commerce, you came to meet me one day and you asked for that book. Why? Because that book has got some utility for you. So what we are finding, that utility is a variable concept which can be changed according to time, person. To me, the book of accounts has got no importance, no utility at all. It is useless for me. But since you are a student of accounts, you may be needing that particular book. You have got some utility. That means that book has got some utility for you. And place. What is the example of place? What can be the example of place? Suppose you go to the desert. You will find there are sands. Sands are there in the desert and that sand has got no utility at all. But when the same sand is brought from that to the cities, it came to our town, that sand gathers utility. That is known as the place utility. So, it is a variable concept which can change according to time, person and place. Now, types of utility. So, utility is a one satisfying power of a commodity. Now, types of utility. Basically, utility is of two types. One is total utility and the second one is marginal utility. Now, total utility, what is? Total amount of psychological satisfaction that we get by consuming certain units of a commodity. Suppose you are thirsty. You drink a glass of water. You drank a glass of water. Your thirst is quenched somehow. You are not completely satisfied. You took second glass of water and then you took the third glass of water in a successive way. So after consuming 3 glasses of water, your thirst is quenched and now you are satisfied. So total amount of psychological satisfaction obtained by consuming 3 glasses of water in successive way is known as the total utility that you derived from water. So what I am saying here, the total amount of psychological satisfaction that is obtained by consuming certain units of a commodity in a succession is called total utility. The sum total of utility derived. So obviously you took 3 glasses of water and you have maximized your satisfaction, you have quenched your thirst. Now the first glass of water, that is giving some amount of utility. Definitely, partly your thirst is quenched after first glass of water. Second glass of water, that is also adding some utility to you. That is also giving some utility to you. And the third glass of water has maximized your utility. That means after third glass, you are not ready to take any further more glass of water. So first glass is utility, second glass is utility, third glass is utility of water, togetherly known as the total utility. First glasses of water, whatever utility the first glass is having, that is known as the marginal utility. What is the second glass of water is having? That is known as the marginal utility of the second glass. What only third glass of water is giving to you, that is known as the marginal utility of third glass of water. So, the sum total of utility derives from certain units of a commodity. It may also be defined as the sum of marginal utilities. Here, dear students, I have made a schedule. In this schedule, units consumed in the first column, in the second column, marginal utility, in the third column, total utility. So the first column, that is giving, first glass of water you have taken, it is giving you 8 utils of satisfaction. Students, I would like to tell you here what is the meaning of utils. Utils is the units of measuring utility. I have not written over here, just listen to me and you will note it down. Utils is the unit of measuring utilities or satisfaction. We know that the distance is measured in kilometer. Kilometer is the unit of measuring the distance. We know weight can be measured in kgs. Kgs is the unit of measuring weight. Similarly, units of measuring utility or one satisfying power or satisfaction is known as utils. Let us suppose when you took the first glass of water, you got 8 utils of satisfaction. What is the total utility? Definitely the total, you had not taken any glass of water previously. For the first time you took the first glass of water. The moment you drank the first glass of water, you got marginal utility as 8 utils and your total utility is also 8 utils. Now your thirst is partially quenched but not fully. So you took the second glass of water. This second glass of water is giving you 6 utils of satisfaction alone. The second glass, when I am saying second, I have not said 2 glasses of water. Second glass is giving you 6 utils of satisfaction. So togetherly first and second is giving you 14 utils. This is known as the total utility. Total utility of second glass of water is simply the marginal utility of the first glass of water plus marginal utility of the second glass of water. 3. You are taking third glass of water. Third glass of water itself is giving 4 utils and 3 glasses, third glass is giving 4 utils and 3 glasses together will give you 14 plus 4, 18 utils. So it is very clear, students, marginal utility of the first, marginal utility of the second, marginal utility of the third glass of water. Total utility of 1 glass, total utility of the 2 glasses of water, total utility of 3 glasses of water. So first, second, third, fourth, these are actually attached with marginal utility and this is the total utility of the first glass, first 1 glass, 2 glasses, 3 glasses of water. So it may also be defined as the sum of marginal utilities. So if we want to find out the total utility of 3 glasses of water, we will write TU3. 3 stands for the units consumed. TU3 मतलब total utility of 3 glasses of water is equal to mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3. Mu means marginal utility of first, marginal utility of second, marginal utility of third. So it is 8 plus 6 plus 4 and that is 18 utils. So therefore we can say that Tu is sigma mu. Sigma means summation. So Tu is equal to sigma mu, or we can write here like this. Tun is equal to mu1 plus mu2 plus ... last one will be mun. So sum total of marginal utilities is known as the total utility. Suppose you drank n glasses of water. So what will be the total utility that you obtain after consuming n glasses of water? N glasses of water. What? And TUN, that is the total utility of n glasses of water, is equal to marginal utility of the first glass of water plus marginal utility of second glass of water, and so on and so forth. The last one will be total marginal utility of nth glass of water. Now we will discuss the marginal utility. Additional utility derived by consuming one additional unit of the commodity is called marginal utility. The extra amount of utility that you obtain by consuming one extra unit of the commodity is known as the marginal utility. It can be calculated by any of the following formulae. First, MUN equals to TUN minus 1. TU means total utility, MU means marginal utility. So MUN is equal to TUN minus 1 for symmetric change in consumption. Now two words will come, symmetric change and asymmetric change. What is the meaning of symmetric change? Suppose your consumption is taking place continuously. First glass you took, second glass, third glass of water, fourth glass of water. First bread you ate, second bread, third bread, fourth bread, continuously, one after one. That is known as the symmetric change in consumption. So, suppose, and here you see, first glass of water is yielding 8 utils of total utility. Second, 2 glasses of water togetherly is giving you 14 utils. So, what will be the marginal utility of the second glass? Total utility of the second 2 glasses minus total utility of the first glass. So simply we can say, suppose you are supposed to find out MU5 over here. What to do? In place of n, you put MU5. How MU5? Here MU5 is not there. Suppose you are required to find MU5. What you will do? You will write TU5 minus TU4. That is TUN minus 1. Total utility obtained by 5 units of consumption minus total utility obtained by 4 units of consumption will be the marginal utility of the 5th unit. And if your consumption is not taking place in a succession, in that case that is known as the asymmetric change, and in that case our formula will be delta TU by delta units consumed. Delta TU by delta units consumed. What it means? See this example. Suppose we don't have other figures. You have consumed 4 glasses of water or 4 units of chapatis you have consumed. The 4 units of chapatis give you total utility of 20. And then the figure that we are having, that you 7 units of chapatis. What is 5th, 6th are not there. 4 units of chapatis is giving you 20 utils of satisfaction, total utility. And 7 units of chapatis is giving you the total utilities as 35. So what is missing? 5, 6 are missing. This case is known as the asymmetric consumption. This is known as the symmetric consumption. 1, 2, 3, symmetric consumption. Now 4 to 7. This is known as the asymmetric consumption. In case of the asymmetric change in consumption, our formula will be delta TU by delta units consumed. Delta means change. So for 4, MU will be, that is the first figure, MU will be blank. 7, 35. So MU will be delta TU by delta units consumed. Delta means change in TU. Final TU minus initial TU. 35 minus 20 divided by final units consumed minus initial units consumed, 7 minus 4. So 35 minus 20 by 7 minus 4, 15 upon 3, that is 5 utils. Marginal utility becomes 5 utils for asymmetric change in output. So asymmetric change in consumption. So there are 2 formulae. With the help of this formulae, we will see how to make the numericals. MUN is equal to TUN minus 1. MU is equal to delta TU by delta units consumed. And TUN is equal to, I had written over here, TU is equal to sigma mu. Now the relation between TU and MU we will see, and that is a very important question, dear students, that with a suitable schedule and diagram show the relation between TU and MU, total utility and marginal utility. There are three relations you have to remember. First one, when MU falls but positive, TU increases at a decreasing rate. I have written over here in this way, at a decreasing rate. When MU falls, when marginal utility falls, TU will increase at a decreasing rate. When MU is 0, TU is maximum. TU reaches the maximum. And when MU is negative, TU starts falling. So three relations. When MU is falling but positive, TU is increasing at a decreasing rate. When MU is 0, TU reaches the maximum. When MU is negative, then TU starts falling. These are the three relations. It can be, the relationship between TU and MU can be made clear with the help of a schedule and the diagram. Schedule, there are three columns are there, students. The first one is units consumed. Second one is MU in utils. Third one is TU in utils. Units consumed are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. MU, marginal utility. Marginal utility is given as blank, 0. On 0 it is blank because we have not consumed anything. And at 0 units of output, our TU is also 0 because we have not consumed. What to speak of the total utility? We have not got any satisfaction at all. When you are consuming the first unit of the commodity, the first unit is giving you 8 utils of satisfaction, so your total utility is also 8 utils. Now second unit is giving you 6 units of satisfaction, MU is 6 and TU is 14. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, as I have written. So what you are finding that from as first relation you see, when MU falls, MU is falling, isn't it? 8, 6, 4, 2. When MU is falling, TU increases at a decreasing rate. See, TU 8 to 14. Okay. Then 14 to 18. What happened? Speed of increasing has decreased. It is increased. TU is increasing, no doubt. From 8 to 14 it has gone. But after 14 it has gone to 18 only. Here there is an increment of 6. And here there is an increment of 4. So TU is increasing at an increasing rate. So far as MU falls but positive, MU falls but positive, 8, 6, 4, 2. MU is falling but it is positive. From this to this, MU is falling but positive. And when second relation, when MU is 0, MU has become 0. So what we are finding that TU is maximum. What is maximum? 20. See, when you are consuming 4 units of the commodity, then your total utility is 20. And when you are consuming 5th unit, then also your total utility is 20. So what it means? That 5th unit has not given you any extra satisfaction, or in other words, the marginal utility of 5th unit is equal to 0. And total utility is maximum and constant. And after that, again, MU becomes negative. MU is becoming negative. From 0 to -2 it has come. What about TU? TU has decreased. So the three relations are very clear. So far as MU is falling but positive, TU will increase at an increasing rate. TU will increase at a decreasing rate. When MU is 0, TU will be maximum and constant. When MU becomes negative, TU starts falling. Now see the diagram. In economics, you have to go through the schedules and diagrams. N number of schedules and diagrams you have to understand, and that is the economics. In every page you will find a schedule and a diagram. Here I have made the total utility curve. How to make it? Along y-axis we have plotted total utility in utils, and along x-axis we have plotted units consumed. In this very figure, we have plotted mu in utils along y-axis. This is the y-axis, and units consumed along x-axis. So what we are finding, see at 0 our total utility is 0, so 0 0, this is the point. Then 1 versus 8, this is 1 versus 8, we have taken this very point. 2 versus 14, 2 versus 14 we have taken. 3 versus 18, 3 versus 18, 3 versus 18, 4 versus 4, 3 versus 18, 4 versus 20, 4 versus 20, this is the 4 versus 20, this is 5 versus 20, 4 and 5, both are given. And after 5 what is happening? In 6th unit your marginal utility becomes negative, that is minus 2. What will happen? TU will fall. So this is the TU curve. What is the nature of TU curve? TU curve is inverted U-shaped curve. Inverted U-shaped curve. What it means? With the increase in consumption, TU will first increase, it will reach its maximum, and then it will fall. If you continue the consumption process, TU will first increase at a decreasing rate, it will reach its maximum, and finally it starts falling. Now, the second figure is that of the MU curve. So, in order to draw the MU curve, what figures we are needed? We are needing the first and second. Only the first and second will do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 along commodity axis. This is known as the units consumed. And MU along y-axis. These figures are minus figures are also there. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. This is 0. 0 means the origin. And this is minus 2. Now we will plot 0 versus blank, 1 versus 8, 1 versus 8, 2 versus 6, this is the 2 versus 6 point, 2 versus 6, 3 versus 4, 3 versus, this is 4, we have taken this one, 3 versus 4, 4 versus 2, so it's alright, 4 versus 2, 5 versus 0, 5 versus 0 that we have done, and 6 versus minus 2. This is the minus 2 in the negative side. Here we have plotted minus 2. And all the points thus obtained, we will join it with the freehand curve. All the points that we will get on plotting this marginal utility with the help of a freehand curve, we will find a downward sloping curve. MU curve is an downward sloping curve from left to right. So two curves we have seen. TU curve, total utility curve. It is an inverted U-shaped curve. It will first increase, it will reach its maximum, then it starts falling. It will increase at a decreasing rate so far as MU is falling but positive. It will reach the maximum and it will become constant when MU is 0. And when MU becomes negative, TU starts falling. That's why it is an inverted U-shaped curve. Inverted U-shaped curve. On the other hand, when we plot the units along x-axis and MU in utils along y-axis, we find the line obtained or the curve obtained is a downward sloping curve. It slopes downward, it intersects x-axis and it goes to the negative side of x-axis. It goes to the fourth quadrant. It goes to the fourth quadrant. And it is due to the negative marginal utility. Now that's all for today's lecture, dear students. I have told you a bit of consumer's equilibrium, consumer's behavior. I told you who is a consumer, what do we understand by utility, what are the different types of utility. Two types of utilities are there, total utility and marginal utility. with the help of a schedule, how to calculate total utility and marginal utility. I had discussed about the just formula used. Then the last thing we have seen, relation between TU and MU with the help of a schedule and with the help of a diagram. Very important question. Establish the relation between TU and MU with the help of a suitable schedule and diagram. So here is the first lecture of chapter 2, and that is the consumer's equilibrium. It is by utility analysis, and this utility analysis is also alternatively known as Marshallian utility approach. This analysis was given by Alfred Marshall. That's why utility analysis is also known as Cardinal utility approach or Marshallian utility approach. This is known as the Cardinal utility approach or Marshallian utility approach. This Cardinal utility approach assumes that after consuming a certain commodity, whatever satisfaction that we get, that can be cardinally measurable. Cardinal means by numbers. First glass of water, 8 utils. But actually there is no basis. It is just an imagination. First glass of water is giving you 8 utils. Second glass of water is giving 6 utils. Third glass of water is 4 utils. There is no measuring yardstick to measure the satisfaction or utility. But according to Marshall, according to the cardinal utility analysis, we will say that the utility, which is the one satisfying power of a commodity, which is alternatively known as the satisfaction that we get after consuming certain units of output, that can be cardinally measurable, that can be measured cardinally. And on this basis, Alfred Marshall propounded the theory, and that is known as the cardinal utility analysis or cardinal utility approach. So in our next, we will continue with this cardinal utility approach, and a very important law of this cardinal utility approach is LDMU, law of diminishing marginal utility. We will discuss about law of diminishing marginal utility in our next lecture. Till then, students, goodbye.